Okay.
Shit.
Hi, everybody. I just want to start off by saying they weren't kidding when they said your hangovers get worse as you get older. I always thought...
It's 2 days later and we're still wrecked.
No, I'm damn near more wrecked. I always thought like, oh, that's per person. Like, that's not everybody.
Right.
And like...
you hit 25 and you just say that.
Right. Like, you're just saying that because like you're like pitting yourself for getting older. No, it really was a one-day switch. And I'm noticing like we don't really go out as much as you'd think. Like this past weekend was actually the first time I've gone buck wild in like probably like 2-3 months. Like I've really been keeping it light with drinking and whatnot, but I'm wrecked. And we have so much to catch you up on. I don't even know where to begin. I feel like we'll probably have to start with like a timeline thing, but last time we talked to you, what episode was that? Damn. Why does it feel so long ago?
Oh, we talked about what goes on inside your head.
Yes. And then we were about to film the follow-up episode for our Patreon. If you guys don't know, we do have a follow-up episode every Friday for our Patreon exclusive. We have 3 tiers. But if you want to go check it out, go check it out. We have an exclusive episode. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because we literally sat down
to record it.
Yeah, last Wednesday to record it.
Yeah.
And then last minute, I had somebody ask me to go to Disneyland with them. So we literally have the footage. I'll put it in now if you're on visual. Or I could do audio too, my bad. The footage where we literally sat down and then we were like, wait,
should we wait to record this so that we have like a little more beef?
Hello.
Hi.
Happy
New Year.
Freitag.
Happy Chinese New Year. Part of me wanted to, I was going to like ask you about this, possibly record this like later and release it later. But I'm doing something tomorrow that I know will have a story time.
I was going to say, should we just like late night record tomorrow?
I'm going to be so tired. I'm going to be so tired.
What if we recorded Friday morning? It'd be funny if we like put that in the front.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, good talk. Perfect. That was fun.
I'll get into that trip later, but then...
So that morning,
Friday morning.
It was Friday morning. So we sat down to record Thursday. Friday morning when we were supposed to,
like come in, record. I was going to tell you guys how Disneyland went.
Right. I got a call that my grandma unexpectedly passed away. So the trajectory of the weekend just completely flipped. Literally, I got that call at like 8:30. I was on a flight to Oregon by noon. I went to Oregon to help my mom take care of obviously everything. that she needed to take care of up there, to get my grandpa all set. And I don't even know. I haven't really talked about it yet. Not even
you don't have
with
to.
you. Yeah. I still don't like understand it. I don't think it's hit me yet. I was close to my grandma growing up, but she lived a really hard life and she had a lot of demons. I didn't talk to her much in my adult life. There's a lot of guilt there. I'm obviously devastated that she's no longer with us, but she is in a better place now. She's at peace. So I find comfort in knowing that.
And it's all true.
Yeah. And I still, I don't know, maybe it's crazy because our next planned episode was supposed to be about the afterlife.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, holy shit, like my thought process on death has changed so fucking much in the past week, and like what I believe, and like I don't know, it's hard to put into words.
No, it would have been a different episode. Think about it. If we recorded a week ago, you would have said so many different things than what you feel now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We kind of said this in the grieving episode we had when my grandmother passed away. All these feelings you have are so normal.
Yeah.
And like, you're not supposed to know how to feel right now. Nobody does. Nobody knows how to feel when it comes to death. This isn't something you can ever plan for. So I just like, if anybody else there's also struggling with like a death or something, just forgive yourself.
It's-
You're not supposed to know.
Right. It's crazy because after that weekend, I was up in Oregon from Friday to Monday, and I came back, and it was almost like I came back expecting things to like go back to normal. And I was talking to my mom on the phone. I was like, nothing's ever gonna be the same again. Like my life completely changed after that weekend. Like I grew so much closer to my mom, my aunt, and my cousin who met us up there. I have a fucking incredibly different outlook on life. It's crazy to put into words, but it's crazy to think that like I expected, okay, this is just something that I have to take care of this weekend. And then like it just felt so disconnected from me at the moment. And then when I got home, I was like, hold on, nothing's normal again, ever.
It's a new normal.
It's a new normal. That's exactly what my mom said.
It's a new normal. It is the circle of life. And Alex and I had this talk one-on-one, obviously, and I never want to like not validate what you're feeling, but like it was something that helped me through my grief, was like, this is the circle of life.
Yeah.
It is going to be okay.
Right. I've always thought death is kind of just like, I've never been scared of death.
Same.
So that kind of like helped me really put into perspective when I was going through that weekend, but it's still fucking weird.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
Yesterday, I think it hit me like a little bit that she was really gone. Oh my God. This whole past week has been such a roller coaster. It does come in waves. Sometimes I'm like, no, like she's like, this is gonna sound crazy, but like she's still here, but like she's fucking not here.
But you might relate to this because we don't live near our grandparents.
Yeah.
The reason, because I still, it's been over a year, and sometimes I'm still like, I picture her still at home with grandpa up in the Bay right now. Like, but then I'm like
I can call her, but I can't call her.
But you can't. And like first holiday for me after her passing, I was like, oh, I'm going, like we always go to grandparents for the holiday, and I walk in and I'm like, oh, she's not here. Like she's not here. It's heavy.
It's really weird.
It's weird. It's heavy. It's uncomfortable. It's beautiful. It's ugly. It's a lot, but like kind of just take it moment by moment. I'm trying to like, just like day by day, I'm trying to feel all of it. Like I really have been clocking exactly how I feel when I think of it. And obviously I'm an overthinker, and I start to overthink everything, but like it feels good to like really feel it and like process it, because deep down this is natural and this is primal, and there's something in us.
I lost one of my bloodline.
Yes, like generation shit. Like, and those moments feel a little good, not because you're a monster, because you're reaching and tapping into something that you are made to do.
Right.
Gang shit.
Yeah. So I don't know. It feels good to talk about it. I think like, I think I'll be able to talk about it a little more eventually, because I really want to. Like I want to share what I'm feeling.
Yeah,
it feels really good. And I think it could help a lot. I like felt weird about how I felt afterwards. I was almost like, because like I said, she lived a really hard life. So there was, feel even weird saying this out loud. There was like a sense of relief when she passed.
That's understandable as fuck.
So like, I've always felt weird about feeling that way.
Yeah.
So I know hopefully some people can relate to that.
I can. And I feel like a lot of people who are fighting something with their health on any level, that feeling of relief feels weird in this realm, but it makes, the reason we say it and all these humans say it is because it makes sense
for her soul,
for her, her realm now. Mm-hmm. Like that is the piece there. It feels weird to say it here because on Earth, livelihood is all we have. Being alive is all we have. So when you don't have that, it's like, what? That doesn't make sense on Earth. But whether it's heaven or the universe or wherever you go next, it makes sense there. And that's why humans say it. It always rolls off our tongue when we lose people.
Yeah.
They're at peace. They're okay now because they are. I've chilled in my body. They are. Like,
You're right.
Like, ugh, that chokes me up. Like, in a good way though. Like, I feel it. Like, I know they're okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
This is has been the fucking strangest week of our
I
life.
don't even know where to begin.
We don't know where to begin, and this is gonna be a fucking roller coaster of the episode. Because we just fucking
We cried. We're about to crack the fuck up in like 10 minutes. Like,
it was also like, did you also feel guilt for like having fun
yes.
after?
Yes.
Like, this was obviously this past weekend was a Super Bowl. The Rams here in LA won. This was probably the biggest fucking weekend LA saw
in years.
And we had a lot of shit planned even before I heard about my grandma. So it's like, hold on, you just had the fucking heaviest week of your entire life, but you're also gonna go out and fucking rage this weekend? Like, what?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna, I kept saying that. Like, I didn't want to just like fucking sit in my sorrow all week. And my grandma was a fucking partier.
I was gonna say both of our grandmas like fucking got down, so like I feel like they'd be pissed if we didn't go to. Because we did some dope shit this weekend, which we'll get into. We did some really cool stuff that we'll never forget, and they would think about this. You'll always remember the weekend after your grandma passed. You had a beautiful weekend,
Yeah,
and that's what she would want you to test that date to, not this sorrow and this guilt,
this loss.
It really like
fucking crazy.
And bottom line, regardless of what anybody says about if that is okay to do or morally correct to do, it felt right for you.
Yeah.
And grieving is a one-off thing. Like, everybody's process is different. And if it felt right to you, that's why you did it.
It's so strange that this like really thick layer of feeling judged after a loss has such a toll on, like, why the fuck should I care what people think about how I process the death of a family member? Like,
why do we care about what anybody thinks
about anything? Like, right. But it's like, you wouldn't think something as like heavy and significant as death would have that connotation.
Like, you think we'd come together type thing?
Right. Or you'd understand. I mean, I like, obviously if you've lost someone, you understand, but like, why do I still feel this like guilt for like posting a funny picture? Like, I don't know. It's so bizarre.
I think maybe just up until this point, the way you've seen others process things, you're like, wait, I'm not doing it like them. Is there something wrong with me?
Yeah.
But no. Anybody who understands, I'd like to think anybody who's been through something heavy like this, and not even, there's also emotionally intelligent people who haven't gone through a death that still will back you up on this. You just know what it feels like. You know that it's chaotic. You know that it's hard to handle and nobody knows what to do. So there's no judgment period, and there shouldn't be. And that's all I'm saying. Also, I lost my voice, so I'm not sick. I feel like I sound really sick. I'm not sick.
We've been yelling at the top of our lungs for the last week.
The amount of times we yelled, Raiders! People were like,
wrong team.
And Bengals. It's wrong team. We're like, hey. That halftime show was meanie, though.
All right. Should we fucking get into it? Okay, so where we actually left off, Kristen went on a little day to Disneyland. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was cool.
Wait, first,
hey,
should we like do song of the day?
Oh yeah, that whole thing. Sure. Yeah, let's actually do that. You're right.
Before we like get into it.
I'm wearing sweats. I talked about this brand a few episodes. I don't have any sense of time, but it's the brand where like when you get it, they send you a shipping label, and that shipping label, you can box up old clothes and send it back to them, and they'll repurpose them. So these sweats are actually made out of an old garment. I don't know if they fully break down the textiles and recreate, or if it's like cut and sewed of like an old hoodie or something. I don't know.
Very cool.
So cool though. The company's called For Days, which is amazing. It's great quality, like considering a secondhand item. Really cool though. And then my shirt is the Great Gatsby shirt. I don't know.
That's a cool one. Yeah. Where did you get that one?
It was actually during quarantine, like the start of quarantine, when like TikTok was full of people doing like small business shit in their house because they were bored. and this guy did all these prints of like these like vintage movies, and I bought one.
Cool.
Took 8 months to get here, but I was like,
Of course it did.
nice. And I like it's good quality. It's nice.
It's like, yeah, it's a good size.
Yeah. And then my beanie is Broad Street Oyster, which is the best seafood place in Southern
Malibu.
California.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Malibu.
This is my Ram sweatshirt. So I well I bought this because I was like, okay, we're gonna have a crazy weekend, but I want to be like super comfy to actually watch the game because we had like a couple outfits planned for the events that we went to.
Yeah.
But we'll get into it later. My Super Bowl day took a little turn, so I didn't even fucking end up wearing it. So I've been wearing it for the past 2 days straight.
Like, I will get my money's worth.
Well, it's a nice sweatshirt. It's Mitchell and Ness, so it was like pretty expensive, and yeah, I love it.
I'll get some use out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a Ram, like Aries, like that's some cute shit.
Right. So yeah, I'm trying to get my money's worth. I literally haven't taken it off since Sunday, and it's Tuesday, so
You're getting your money.
yeah.
Are you wearing pants?
No pants.
Okay.
But these are like, okay, they're not fluff. My mom got me these for Christmas.
They're ski socks.
Yes, so they're not like full fluffy socks, but they're fluffy on the inside. And yeah, so like they feel like fluffy socks, but Waka
flocka socks.
they feel like fluffy socks on the inside, but without the bulkiness.
Me.
Right.
Me.
Oh, cute.
No, they're cute. They're I feel like snow socks have that, like that lining and shit.
Yeah, so those. Song of the day is Intimidated or Intimidating. Let me pull it up.
Vindicated.
Intimidated by Kate Trinata featuring Her.
Kate Trinata. Absolutely. My song of the day, I'm actually going to my Instagram to find this because Sarah Baska posted a story with this song, and I think
I saw the story and I was like, fuck, this song's dope.
So I got the name. The song is Mystery Lady by Masego. Such a good song. It was like a cute little story she did for Zayn and Heath did like a Valentine's Day drop off. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw my story too. And she did like that song with that. It was really cute.
Their new packaging is really cool.
It looks so good.
Yeah. They like simplified it.
Yeah, it's like
they added like some cool
up.
texture. It's really cool.
Yeah, I feel like their first packaging round, it looked good. Like honestly, their quality has always been there, but I feel like it was very it kind of stuck them in just like man coffee.
Yeah.
Where now like the new packaging is like extremely unisex and like fresh and timeless.
Yep.
Like it feels like it can be that forever and like it'll still sustain its brand. Great coffee, by the way.
So good.
Such good coffee.
Speaking of coffee, so when I was in Oregon, my grandma and my grandpa lived in Eugene. So I went up to Oregon, and one of the days I was by myself. Oh, I think everyone had left and my flight wasn't till later that day. So I was like walking around Eugene by myself, and they have a Voodoo donut. Voodoo is, I think it's originally from Portland, but they have one in Eugene, and I got this really cool coffee cup. It has a donut hole in the middle, and their tagline is "The magic is in the hole."
So well played.
It's so well played. All their shit's really cute, and their donuts are fire. I got a maple bar. Maple donuts are my favorite.
I was gonna say that's your shit.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah. Speaking of coffee and donuts,
Cops.
Hey. What are you watching? Cops.
Why are you so sweaty? I was watching Cops.
Oh yeah, I got the line wrong.
It's okay. I knew what you meant.
Thank you.
Story time coming in just a sec, but before we do that, let's take a quick break for our sponsors. Okay, our first sponsor for today is Athena Club. We've talked about them before. Some of the best razors in the game, and I have quite the standard for that because I get ingrowns like a mofo, and they're just such good razors, and they're cute.
I feel like you're not like much of a shaver, and I think it has a lot to do with you don't want to deal with a fucking razor that isn't gonna be good. Athena's fucking good.
Yeah. The best part is the razor kit is only $9, and it comes with 2 blade heads, a magnetic hook for shower storage, and your choice of handle color.
Yeah, and they're
Colors
like really
are so
cute, and they're like minimalist, and you feel like super like bougie when you shave.
Why is it giving me like spaceship alien razor? Because it's like futuristic, like
right,
alien
and like
women use these.
Sleek.
It makes sense somewhat. Also, the little the strip on top is a shea butter with hyaluronic acid, which I think that's why my skin likes it, because hyaluronic acid moisturize your skin so much. So it's doing it as you're shaving. It's
Right.
like almost like putting on your lotion as you're shaving.
And their shave cream's really good.
Very, very nice.
What's also cool is you don't have to worry about like ever running out because they just ship to you for free, like on a subscription thing. So like, and then you have a new razor and you're like, oh shit, now I don't have to worry about shaving with fucking
Tetanus.
right.
If you guys want to check them out, show your skin you care with Athena Club Razor Kit. Sign up today and you'll get 20% off your first order. Just go to athenaclub.com and use promo code Oddvice.
That's athenaclub.com, ATHENACLUB.com with promo code Oddvice for 20% off.
Thanks, Athena Club. This podcast is also sponsored by BetterHelp, and you guys have heard us talk about them as well. Therapy is something that we talk about and preach all the time, and they're an amazing resource. It's secure therapy done online. They get back to you in a very timely manner. These are real professionals, and it's a lot less expensive than in-office therapy.
And they have financial aid.
Yes,
you can get some support.
Absolutely amazing.
They also service clients worldwide, and what's great is if you're not vibing with your therapist, then you can easily change it for free. So don't feel like you're like stuck with one person. It's super easy to find your match.
What I also like about BetterHelp is there's a broad range of expertise, which is amazing because sometimes if you're doing in-office therapy, the specialist, the type of therapist you need might not be in your area. So you don't have to worry about not getting the best help for you because everybody's therapy journey is way different.
So if you want to check out BetterHelp, go to betterhelp.com/advice. That's better HELP and join over 2 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional.
Special offer for Oddvice listeners. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/advice. Thanks, BetterHelp. Okay, we're back. We took a little bit of a break. We charged the camera. We had some breakfast. I also just got a call from a DoorDasher saying they were outside, which they weren't. But then I called and they were like, I have a delivery for you. And I was like, I didn't order anything. Like, who's it from? Who's the sender? Who's the receiver? The name they said as the receiver wasn't mine. But then he said it was Flowers. But he's like, I accidentally gave the last person your order. And so I have their breakfast if you want it. And I was like,
He was all mixed up.
And I couldn't, like, it was like breaking up or something. I couldn't understand even who the sender was. I couldn't hear anything. So I was just like, I don't need the food. Thank you. I don't know what to do. But
I wonder if he's going to go back and swap them out.
I don't think so. Cause he's like, I'm already really far away from them. So I don't think he will. Oh, well, look, our lava lamp just heated up. Cool. Yeah, there's that. Okay.
Disneyland.
Yeah. Let's start last Thursday. I can't stress enough how much our lives have changed in the past week. Okay.
Wait.
What?
This wasn't even Thursday. This was like Thursday before Thursday.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like this was like
a
2
week,
Thursdays
yeah.
ago. Okay. So I posted on my Instagram, like I was like, somebody take me to Disneyland. Like it was just, I was in a Disney mood. And one of my friends hit me and he was like, excuse me. He was like, I might be going with my family. Like, do you want to go? And like, I've hung out with this man one time.
Yeah.
With you guys too. Like we've never had a one-on-one time. However, like, don't let that strike you as like it was out of pocket because like we do talk often. We have great banter and immediate comfort. Yeah, but like I knew it was cool, whatever. And I was like, yeah, sick. So we like bought tickets and I was like, okay, I'll pick you up in the morning and we'll head down to Anaheim. Like I'll be at your place at like 8:30. And I am about to leave and I text him. I was like, hey, I'm getting gas. Like I'll be there at 8:30. And he was like, actually, can you come to this address? Gives me a new address. That's not his house because I know his house address. Gives me his address and is like, can you come here? I'm just running a little bit late. I was like, yeah, for sure. Like if you need more time, just let me know. And he's like, no, like 9:00 should be fine. So I pull up in Los Feliz, which is already, luckily is in the direction I is going south, but like it's completely different from where I was supposed to pick him up. But I was just like, whatever, shit happens. And I pull up and I'm calling and he's not fucking answering. He's not answering. It's 9 a.m. I have my fucking Disney ears on. Like I actually didn't wear Disney ears, but I was just like ready to go. And I'm calling and like, I don't know if I've ever expressed this on the podcast before, but like time shit is so like, same with
punctuality
Alex.
is huge.
It's key with me. Not even on like some romantic shit. If you are a human in my life,
common courtesy.
It is common courtesy. It really bugs me. I know this is a big topic because some people are like, just go with the flow. I don't know what it is. I think I got it from my mom. My mom is very like, if you're not early, you're late. Like I'm so good at being on time. And so it irked me. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, this is like the second time I'm ever like even giving this guy a chance to hang out. Like, it rubbed me the wrong way.
You called us at one point and you were like, dude, it's been like 20 minutes and I'm still sitting outside of this house.
It was 9:25.
What the fuck?
He wasn't answering. I got like 1 or 2 texts being like, all right, 10 more minutes. And I'm like, what is happening? I drove down the street, like went to the bathroom at some like random Planet Fitness, like just killing time. And then I finally like pull back up and I was like, hey, like, do you just want, I texted him again, hey, do you just want to go later? Like it's 9:30 now. Like I've been outside. Just let me know. That's all I'm asking. If running late happens, just tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
But then he walked out of the house and he called me and I could tell he was like outside now. He's like, I'm so sorry. Like, where are you? I'm walking up. I'm like, I'm down the street. Like, bye, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I'm sorry. And I was just like, it's all good. So I saw him in my rearview mirror. Like he was quite a bit away. So like I had a second. I'm like deep breathing. I'm like, Kristen, like, don't like be mean. Like, it's fine. Shit happens. And he opens the door and he has a big bag of like so much breakfast and so many juices and like all these like snacks, egg bites, like yummy green juices. And I was like, hey, he's like, I'm so sorry. Like I brought stuff. Like, I know like you're really health conscious. So like I brought some juices and like he held them all in his hand. First of all, biggest hands I've ever seen. He held 5 fucking juices in between his fingers.
No shot.
Don't know how he did that. And he was like, what ended up happening is he was in his, it's like an offsite garage he has. And like last minute that morning, he had to move all of his cars out of his other house because someone booked his house, like for like an Airbnb or something. And where he was, like the service was choppy. Like he was just trying to like park all these cars. He had been up all morning because he did it alone. So he'd have to drive one car, Uber back. Like he had a fucking morning.
That's crazy.
So I felt really bad. He's like, but I get it. Like that wasn't cool on my part. Like
there's just like literally nothing he could have done.
Right. And we had a great time.
Right.
We got there. I met his sister, his sister's friend, his nephews. And it was a vibe. It was such a vibe. That was probably one of the most spontaneous things I've done in a minute as far as like
on a whim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like less than 12 hours before we just booked tickets over FaceTime. I hadn't seen him in
it's
almost
like a year.
Almost a year. And we talked about that on the drive down there to Anaheim. I was like, the last time I saw you was February 9th of 2021 because that was the day I got my car.
Yes.
And February 9th, and like literally was getting emails from BMW being like, your 1 year's coming up. Like
whoa,
it was
so
quite literally almost a year.
Whoa.
Yeah. It was fun though. Like
I feel like he brings out like he's super goofy.
Very goofy.
And which is cool because like the first time we hung out with him and his friend, it was a game night. He brings out like an inner child in you.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely like, I'm not going to sit here and say like fireworks. That like,
no,
I'm not like over romanticizing it. Like we literally have never even kissed, nothing like that. But I could tell we just like get along.
Yes.
Like whatever it means, we get along. And yeah, I think at first, like, honestly, I'm just going to say it. Like he's an athlete. He's a professional athlete. So quite honestly, I assumed he wouldn't be that respectful and that nice. Like,
yeah,
because other athletes we've met and like, sadly, the stereotype around men athletes are like, just like, on to the next bitch type shit. Like,
yeah,
but no, like he's like really normal and goofy and like,
he's super down to earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy. So that's what that happened.
Oh, my homie who I went on that date with.
That's a contradicting sentence. Like homie that you went on a date with. It's like, are you friend zoning him or not? Like,
no. My friend, my guy friend.
This guy
that I went on the date with. What night was that? And Tuesday we went to that after party event. After party is like the NFT thing that Kristen got minted into.
Yeah, it's just like this cool community of people.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
went to that. It was really cool. They had really good tacos, and we ended up meeting up. It was one of those nights where we were like, let's just get ready and go out. We had to Uber because the house is like up in the hills, and I feel like when we Uber, it like forces us to like get in
Fuck it. It's
like
party mode.
It's party mode, because if we would have driven, which I think we wanted to,
Yes, it was a
but
Tuesday.
It was a Tuesday. We wanted to drive just to like be able to like leave when we wanted to. We couldn't because there was no parking. So we Ubered and we're like, fuck it, we're already out. Let's just like go out and have a night.
Yep.
So we hit up a group of our friends. It was Jess Carbo's birthday.
Yep.
We ended up at Saddle Ranch.
Which was crazy. We hadn't been to Saddle in years.
No.
Years. Like since before the pandemic. Like I walked in and I felt like I was put in the time machine. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
It was weird. It was like weird to be back, but it was
Yeah.
it was cool. It was a vibe.
It's a lot different though.
Yeah, it's definitely not like they used to play like really good music and music videos up on the TVs.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was a big week for football, so that's why they didn't have
That's
music
true.
videos playing.
True.
But it was fun. I kind of liked being.
This bed is gonna break. I don't know if
literally gonna break. Did you guys hear the?
I don't know if the audio picked that
I
up.
think a spring literally just broke.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It was fun. We went to Saddle, and then we went home, and I hit up my guy friend who I went on a date with.
The one that she went to the steakhouse with.
Yes, and he ended up coming over, and we had a full night together. It was great. It was fun. And he slept over. It was nice because I like was still processing my grandma literally like days after. And then the next day, like we went and got coffee, and I was like, thank you for even like coming to hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, like the day after I woke up, and I was obviously like super sad, but it was nice to like wake up with him. We went and got coffee. We walked around a little bit in the sun. Like it was just nice to like not think about that for a second.
Yep.
You know? And then Thursday we did an escape room.
That
was up there. So we've always said Rat Race was like our favorite escape room.
Also, it's not called Rat Race. It's called Lab Rat. I looked it up. It's Lab Rat.
You're right.
Rat Race is the movie.
Right.
We just
call
thought
it that.
Rat, and we went there. We love doing escape rooms. We've done escape rooms for years now. We've probably done over 100 something. Like we've really only lost, I'd say like three or four, if that.
maybe.
Like we're really fucking good, guys. Like even after we do escape rooms and we walk out back in the lobby, like 9 times out of 10, the game master's like, you guys are really good. You guys are a really good team. Like we go in, but we did one for the first time in
so long.
So long. The name of it, let's say it because just in case you guys want to do it, you can fast forward because we're gonna say some spoilers of the room. But it was called What Happened to the Garretts?
The Garretts?
The Garretts. Yeah.
Yeah. It was in
Rooms
Santa Monica.
on Santa Monica Boulevard in Los Angeles. So if you plan on doing that room, please skip forward.
But it's a really good room.
So the story of it, first of all, the guy who worked there.
Okay, so we walked in, and I knew it was him immediately.
Yeah, I did. I had no idea.
I didn't check until after, but it was confirmed him. The kid from The Blind Side, he's SJ in the movie, but his name's Jay in real life. He looks exactly the same. He's got to be like, I think he's like 25 now.
He looked it up.
But he was the game master.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so cool.
He was cool. I felt like we could have talked to him forever.
Yes.
He was a really cool guy.
He was a vibe.
So we walk in, he goes, are you guys here to do whatever happened to the Garretts? We're like, yeah. He's like, okay, so here's the story. My manager grew up in the Midwest, and there was a family that moved into his neighborhood. He lived in a very cookie cutter neighborhood, like in the 80s, like barbecue, kids in the streets, come back when the street lights are off type shit. And this family moved in, everybody got along with them. They were really cool. And then one day they just like went silent, barely came out of their house. Their blinds were always closed. They would just like not talk to anybody anymore. And when it was a very family oriented neighborhood, and time went by, and finally one neighbor was like, guys, we got to ask what's going on. So he goes and he's like, yo, haven't seen you guys in a minute. Like, is everything cool? And they were like, no, not like we're scared. Like, recently a gold door popped up in our house, and something happened and we just like, they were just saying how like
Light switch.
they don't know what to do. Like they were freaked out. A gold door popped up out of thin air in their house. They couldn't open it. Like they couldn't get through, but it was just, I mean, imagine if that shit fucking happened to you. And then, you know, later, I don't know, days, weeks, whatever, but after that talk where they now made a neighbor aware of what happened, they disappeared completely. The case opened, and cops finally went into the house and they described the house as being not touched.
Yeah.
It's not like they packed up shit. Like there wasn't like clothes missing from the closet. Like keys were still on the counter. Like it quite literally looked like maybe they were just in the backyard. Like the house looked lived in. The food was still fully stocked in the fridge. Like looked totally fine. And they couldn't find any
like leads,
like crumb trail to where they went. And I guess the case is still open today. I actually do want to look this up. He made it seem like it was a real story.
I think it was part of the bit.
I think it was definitely milked.
Yeah.
Obviously for entertainment purposes, but like
what if he did like know a family who just like disappeared?
yeah, right. But
so the room was set up in as like the house. It was like the full house. There was probably like 3 rooms. There were 4 rooms.
4 rooms.
You walk into the living room. It was like down a long hallway, but it was it's set in the 80s. So everything's like 80s themed, which makes it really cool.
Yeah.
It was really, really well set. And we go through the room. We like did pretty well. We were kind of like, we knew what to do right away.
It was a very linear game. We won't fully go through the whole game because we'll sit here. It's an hour-long experience. Like we're not going to give that all to you unless you want. We'll do an escape room episode and we'll walk you through all our favorites. Nobody wants that. But at the end of the game, you go through the gold door and now we're in an alien spaceship and we have to do all these kind of little quest things to start the spaceship back up. Mm-hmm. And then the alien comes on. He's like, do you guys want to come with us or do you want to stay on Earth? And we have to like pick a button, and we obviously went to their planet. Not gonna stay on Earth, so we're like, thank you. And like the whole room starts shaking.
First of all, I was gonna say the tech in this room was really good.
Yep.
There's a lot of escape rooms out there which are just like codes and lock and key and shit. This room was really developed tech wise, and you know what I realized? They had a couple, and he even said it. They had a couple red herrings.
Yes.
And I don't think we've encountered that a lot.
No.
Which is really cool.
So red herrings in an escape room are just the things that make you think it's the next step.
But it's not. It's not a clue.
It's not a clue. But it's like, we saw a lock and we were like, do we need to get this lock unlocked? And we like kind of were looking for 4 numbers the whole time. We didn't like fixate on it, but we knew eventually we're going to unlock that.
Right.
And he was like, oh no, that's just our storage box.
Like I love that.
He's like, that's just our stuff. But yeah, so we went to another planet and then
yeah, like the room started like actually shaking.
Like it felt like when you're taking off in a helicopter and you just start like floating up.
Yes.
And yeah, we went to another planet and then we won. And we'll get back to that in a sec. But the reason we bring up this escape room is because after that escape room, now in hindsight,
that shifted some kind of energy in the fucking weekend.
I'm not saying that's the sole reason, but like the irony of the fact that we like
went to a different planet.
Yeah, in a game. And then like after that, things were just
weird.
Okay, so that next day was Friday. And we went to it was like Hwood X Revolve, kind of like Super Bowl weekend. They had like a few events going on, and we saw Justin Bieber.
It was so good.
He was so good. We went with another one of our friends, and it was like so nice to be out. It definitely felt like a festival. It was a really good night. I feel like every time I think about Justin Bieber, I'm just like, oh, he's so cute, and like I've been a believer since day one, like obsessed. But then every time I see him perform, I'm like, wait, he's actually like really good at singing. Like he's actually a good artist. He's not just a heartthrob. Like he actually has talent. He was incredible. That was a really good night. It felt like a did I already say that? It felt like a festival?
Yeah. And then I'm
going in circles.
No. And then we ended up at Hyde afterwards and we saw T-Pain.
Oh yeah.
Which was sick.
That was really cool. I have some videos of that too.
And then Saturday we were in the thick of like Super Bowl weekend. Saturday day, super hungover. We went and just like drove around Ventura, got coffee and stuff. And we're sitting at this red light, and we both kind of realized that we've been sitting there for a minute.
It's one of those red lights where you're like, damn, is this shit gonna turn green? Like
we both clocked it at the same time.
Yep.
And then Kristen looks over and she's like, what the hell are all these people doing?
There's a gas station to my left, and the big air tanks at gas stations. There's a guy there, and he's kind of just like holding the air hose but not moving. And then there's a city bus stopped at a bus stop, and there's the driver
Is out of it.
but he's not moving.
He's like stepping off of the bus, but frozen.
Midair. People pumping their gas, they're not moving. Not one car's going through the intersection. All 4 spots of the intersection.
Right. This is a
are red
big
lights.
ass intersection, and it's busy. So there's cars everywhere, but no one's moving.
Our music was off. It was silent. When I say
I've never heard LA that silent in
I've
my
never
entire
heard
life.
the world that silent. There was not even air being pushed on our
no.
face. There was no breeze.
Time froze.
Time froze, you guys, and not just for a second.
We
for,
looked at
for
each
long
other.
enough for us to be like, do you feel what's happening right now?
Yes. Nothing's moving.
I was waiting for War of the World or a fucking earthquake or like.
Me too.
It was, I feel like we've explained this to a few people, and I hope it's coming off as serious as it was, you guys.
Because
like,
we literally witnessed time stop. It was fucking crazy.
I still feel like they don't believe us. Like, I'm like, please.
Well, okay, so we looked at each other and we're like, do you witness this? Like, no one's moving. And you were like, I have to turn the music on.
I started getting really anxious.
We felt it in like our frontal lobe. We started getting like super shaky. I have chills talking about it. Shaky and anxious.
I turned up the music.
Turn up the music.
Also, we were listening to Pitbull. So
Right.
it was like, he was like, Mr. Worldwide. We're like, okay, the world's fine.
So
Time's good.
But she turned on the music, and then immediately things started moving. The second you turned on the music, the cars started going. The bus driver turned around and got back in the bus. It was fucking crazy, you guys. We witnessed time stop. And it shifted something, like the energy of that day completely switched up.
Immediately. Like from that day on to even today.
Yeah.
Like and it's nice. It's something good.
Yes.
It's something good.
Yes.
Because the energy right now is like
Super
buzzing,
high.
and
super
it's high and it's
electric.
invigorating. It's good. It feels good, but it was just crazy how much of a switch that was. So the reason we bring up, like, it was just funny when we connected this, but when we brought up, or when we remembered the escape room, we were like, we dead ass went to another fucking planet.
We literally went to another planet on Thursday, and by the time Saturday hit, fucking time shifted. It was crazy.
Good
and I hope
Oh.
you guys just like understand the gravity of it.
I hope somebody out there can at least
Be like,
relate a little bit.
yeah.
Has this ever happened to you? We looked it up, and there was one article. This guy was saying like, some people have experienced this, and it was like, did you feel like short of breath and like kind of a dull headache?
Anxious. Yeah.
I had a migraine like that whole morning.
And the fact that we both experienced it at the same time, like it would have been different if you felt it and you were like, yo, did you feel that? And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, what? Like we literally looked at each other at the same time and we are like, the world is quite
Right
literally
now.
stopped right now.
And when I said those symptoms just now, like it wasn't like something within. It wasn't like
No.
we just had a brain fart. It was so exterior.
Yeah. It was so like we witnessed it. It almost like it was like we were like plopped into a paused movie.
Yes. And to string along with that, the second we turned on the music and things started moving again, the way we explained it to others is you pause your TV, it's paused. That's what we were in.
Mm-hmm.
The second you press play and it immediately starts, that's how technology fucking works. That's how it
was
my volume knob, press play.
yes.
I feel like we sound fucking
crazy.
crazy. There's gonna be so many people that are gonna be like,
Y'all are crazy.
I don't watch this shit anymore. Like they got hella weird after that Thursday. Like we did.
We did.
It
No. It was fucking crazy. Anyway, Saturday that night, we went to Drake.
It was
That
so
was
cool.
so good.
It was like it was at the same event space, and that night was like,
it was like everyone there knew, okay, we're all fucking hungover from last night.
Yeah.
Because it was the same people who like went to the
Yeah.
events because it was the same venue, whatever. Did you say that?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think, I don't think I did. I don't know.
It was the same venue that Justin Bieber was at the night before. So the same event, same people. And we're all like, all right, it's day 2, it's round 2. Everyone's a little bit hungover, but like now we're all comfortable and like we're walking around the event space. Like it's not like we're seeing it for the first time.
Right.
He was really good.
He was so good. He came out a little later than I wanted.
Yeah,
we
he
were
was
waiting
late.
for a long time. But when we got there, we met up with Alicia and TK, and Remy was there for a little bit. The girls over at Pretty Basic, if you guys listen to that podcast. They were so cool. That was the first time I've met them in person. We've like followed each other.
Right.
But like that was a really cool moment for me. I was like, I just love meeting people in the space. Even like regardless of being like a creator, I feel like we all have those people that we follow but have never met.
Yeah.
And it's
and
like,
you guys are a lot alike.
yeah.
Like it seems like if we didn't meet her like through the like this industry, it feels like we could have been friends.
Yep, we
regardless.
still would be friends.
Yeah.
They were really cool. So we spent the night with them. It was like it was definitely more of a girls' night vibe that night. And Drake was fucking dope.
Right. But so I was at one point, you and Alicia had went to go get a drink and I was still just at Drake, but then I think he was like wrapping up or something. So I came to go find you guys and, I'm walking around the crowd and a guy walking the opposite direction of me, we like cross paths and we make eye contact and literally both stop in our tracks. And he goes, whoa. And I was like, whoa. And then he was like, can I get your number? And because he could tell that I was like frantically walking around trying to find you. There was hella people, so I didn't want to like get lost.
Right.
And he's like, can I get your number? And I'm like, yeah, here. And we like swapped phones and exchanged numbers.
Okay, but remember that guy that she just
because
said.
he ends up hitting me the next day.
And it's fucking crazy. So, like I said, Drake came out late, so we didn't even go anywhere after. It was 2:30. The event is shut down, and we just went home. But when we got like, I feel like it's one of two things when you get home from a night out. Either you're like, good night, and you flop, you go brush your teeth, go to bed. Even if you get that far, sometimes you just flop on the couch. But we got home, and right after Leanna got home, because Leanna didn't come out with us that night, she went out with Kaya. And she walks in, and do you remember like right when she walked in, we were like, hey! And like we turned on music. We took one more shot all together.
We did? I don't remember that shot.
I made ramen. You had your leftover Chipotle.
Okay, yeah.
Like we turned music on. We were dancing. Like we had a full other little party when we all got home, which was nice because we weren't out with her, so we were able to like still have a night with her.
We didn't go to bed till like 5.
I was wrecked that next day. That was probably one of the worst hangovers I've ever had.
Oh, we did shrooms.
Oh yeah, on Friday. Yeah, just a little bit though. I'm sorry, this story's all over the place. And then so the next day was Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. We wake up, we're hungover, but like I wasn't as bad as I thought I'd be considering it was day 3 of just go.
I think we were like equally on a high as we were hungover. So we were like, we know we got to make it one more day.
Because it was Super Bowl. This was the crescendo of the weekend.
Right.
And we wake up, we're sitting on the couch.
We're all playing cards.
Yep. Like just trying to get the crusties out of our eyes, like get us moving, trying to figure out what we're going to do for the day. And Alex gets a little text.
And okay, so remember that guy who I crossed paths with? He ended up texting me that morning, Super Bowl morning, and he goes, "Are you going to the Super Bowl?" And I was like, "No, you got an extra ticket?" He's like, "Yeah, let me see what I could do." I was like, "Are you crazy?"
I even thought it was a crazy question that he asked if you're going to the Super Bowl. Like no, I'm not. Like, who goes to the Super Bowl? Like, I feel like the people there are like high up people.
Yes,
right.
It's very hard to get to this. Like harder than like the Grammys or whatever. Like
absolutely,
you can't get into the Super Bowl.
No shot.
So, but he was like, "Yeah, let me see what I can do." And I was like, "I have 2 of my best friends with me. Is there any chance you can like swindle 3 people in?" And he was like, I don't know about 3, but let me just ask my manager." So he works in the social media industry. And his boss had a box for all of his workers. He texted me a couple times and he's like still trying to figure it out. Like get ready. I'll let you know.
We literally throw down our cards.
I literally I have to get in the fucking shower right now.
So I felt like we were getting Cinderella ready for the ball.
Yes.
You ran upstairs, you got in the shower. I'm like cleaning up a little bit. I'm like, Alex, you need to eat. Leanna and I get in our car. We go pick her up Chipotle. Like while she's getting ready. Like I'm like, we need to feed you. You need to drink water. Like you're going to the fucking ball.
So he texted me. He's like, I can't get 3 in, but I have 1 extra wristband. So like, get ready. Call an Uber quick.
And we were like, yeah, you don't know this guy, but you need to. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Once in a lifetime opportunity, and it was like a very public space.
Right.
If I didn't vibe with the guy or I got weird energy, I could have dipped.
Yep.
Like I felt very like comfortable. I called my dad and I was like, Dad, guess what? I'm going to the bowl. He's like, what? No way. And he's like, who are you going with? And I was like, this guy that I met for 5 seconds last night. And he's like, what the fuck, Alex?
Yeah. No. Not the most responsible, but like
I couldn't say no.
We've
What do I
done
even
worse.
say? No, sorry,
No,
I
it's
don't.
good.
No, I'm good. I don't want your extra ticket.
Thanks though.
So he he calls me and he's like, wait, what time can you make it here? And I was like, I'm in NoHo, like I'm an hour out from SoFi Stadium. He's like, fuck. So apparently he had 2 different kinds of wristbands. There's like staff and then guest wristbands. The extra wristband that he had was a guest wristband, and they let people in. They're 2 different colors. They let people in by time frame.
And once your time frame expires, your wristband doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
You have to be the color of the hour.
So he had a red wristband because he worked there. I was going to get a black wristband. They weren't letting in black wristbands anymore. They were only letting in red wristbands, and they didn't have any extra red wristbands. So I'm like literally fully ready, scarf down my Chipotle. And he's like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like I'm literally trying everything. And I believed him.
Oh,
like
he was so sweet.
He kept calling me back. He was like really responsive over text. He was like, I'm doing everything in my power right now to like get you in here. I just can't find an extra red wristband.
Right.
I was like, fuck no, I really appreciate you trying. Like even that hour was like fun.
I was gonna say it was still a memory. We even looked at each other. We were like, "It's still good for the podcast."
Yes. And it like I wasn't disappointed in like the way that you think I might have been, because like I still wanted to spend the day with you and Leanna.
Yeah.
Like it was nice to know that like I could have a full day with my girls now.
Yeah.
So didn't end up going.
So she's fully ready.
Leanna
and I are like, all right, let's get ready. We hit up Alicia and TK. They were like, we're going to the cameo party. Like, you guys should come. So we got ready and we pulled up to Alicia's for a little like pregame before we went. And that, like, I started getting to the point of my hangover where I was like, if I don't take a shot right now,
yeah,
I'm going to bed. So I took one and it like, I felt like Mario. Like it like recharged me and I was like, let's go. And the cameo party was so much fun. It was so much fun to be with the group we were with. We watched the game.
It was a vibe. Everyone was like, we were saying it was cool because everyone was like there to watch football.
Yes. It wasn't just like an event.
No.
Like everybody was sitting down or eyes were on the TV. You were hanging out with people drinking. There was still music, but like you were talking about the game. You were looking at the game. During the halftime show, people were dancing but watching TV at the same time. Like,
right.
It was such a vibe. We hung out with some really cool people and
we met a lot of new faces this weekend.
I was gonna say we met a lot of people. I gave my number out so many times.
Oh yeah.
I flirted with so many people.
No, at one point later that night, I had gotten 2 or 3 numbers that day and I was texting all of them, and I remember being like, hey. I was so fucked up. I was like, okay, Alex, don't fuck this up. Like,
right. You should just start a group chat. Right. Hey boys.
Hey, anyone want to come meet up?
Literally, just please like this message if you guys still want to hang.
My god.
I looked at the numbers I got and what are the odds? I got 2 people named Ben.
Really?
Yes. Because I looked, I was like, I have 2 Bens. So I had to look at the context of the situation to know. But one of the Bens was so fucking cool.
Oh my god, he was such a vibe. Wait, are you going on a date with him tonight?
Yeah, he actually just texted me, but I was gonna cancel tonight anyway, because I'm tired. I need to edit this, and like I didn't do shit yesterday. But he just texted me. He said, "My promise for the best day ever is starting off poorly. I have to now cover a client tonight. Are you around tomorrow night though?"
Run it.
So we probably still will. He was dope though. I think we're gonna get like sushi. We were talking about bowling.
Fun.
It was just a vibe.
He was really cool. Oh, and then midday, we ended up, well, not midday, like halfway through the night, we ended up going to Tess. You guys know, our favorite restaurant.
Oh yeah.
We ordered like a whole spread. We ordered like hella
We got
shit.
and we ate it all.
We ate it all, every bite.
Every single
And
bite.
everyone was like picking at all the plates. It was that was like the perfect dinner. I feel like that
Yes.
recharged us for the night.
It did. We carved up. We got some pasta. But we still kept our buzz going. We got like one
yeah.
cocktail. And we pretty much, it was like after the event, after the cameo event, we had to stall until the second event of the night started, which was the Triller event. It was the last night. It was 2 Chainz, YG, and Tory Lanez. So we were like, all right, let's just get some food. And then we went to Triller, and it was so much fun. It was definitely kind of what you were saying when we walked into Drake that day too. You know everybody's hungover, but you know everybody's just gonna keep fucking going. I saw a guy that looked exactly like Pete Davidson.
Oh my God. No, I saw him and I was like,
Across the room, I was like,
Kristen, blonde guy over there.
blonde guy looked like he was dying, had a hood on, like, and by blonde we mean like bleached.
Like bleach blonde.
Like
yeah.
not like naturally blonde, like bags under his eyes. For sure, probably like coked out of his fucking mind.
Everyone.
It was so we did not do drugs besides shrooms.
Besides shrooms.
But I was like, I have to say something, you guys. Like this, he's so fine. And I walked up and I was like, I just have to say, like, I'm like attracted to your vibe. Like you're really fucking cute. And he was like, oh, thanks. I appreciate that. And he was like kind of like really short ended with it. I was like, all right, he did not give a fuck about that compliment. He was very like, he was a douchebag for sure.
For sure.
But he looked so good.
He was cute.
He was so cute. So yeah, that was the end of Super Bowl Sunday. The Rams won.
Oh yeah. We didn't
We didn't see that.
The Rams
Surprise.
won.
I don't know if you guys knew that.
The halftime show was really fucking good.
I want to rewatch it.
yeah.
Like I want to like really pay more attention. We actually paid very close attention to it, but like it
we
was
were
so
but like
good.
we were so like dancing, singing along. Like I want to like dissect it.
Yes, it was amazing. It was such a good weekend, you guys. Like
It was such a good weekend.
I really hope like it reads in this episode, but like we felt like we couldn't talk about anything else rather than catching you guys up.
It was just like a big shift in
Yeah. Like I feel like, I don't know if you feel like this, but even just thinking about like the production of this episode right now, I'm like, did we just tell a story time of just like partying in LA? Because as much as it was partying in LA, something actually shifted this weekend.
our life drastically changed from the last time we sat on this bed to now.
Yeah.
And we just felt like we had to like catch you up with all the shit in between.
It'd feel weird to just come back and be like, hey, so let's talk about something irrelevant to our lives right now. Like, I don't know.
This is just like quite literally where our head's at right now.
Yes. So
it was a good weekend. Yesterday
was Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we were incredibly hungover and like my brain was just so gone. Like I could barely work. I felt bad. I like got no work done.
Yeah. No, same. That's why today I'm like, I need to get together, but I still feel fucking dead.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
no,
But
I'm dead. For sure taking a nap after this.
right. We just chilled yesterday. And it was an interesting Valentine's Day to be like usually our single Valentine's is that we've had these past few years. We still go do something. We still go do like a girl dinner or something. We didn't do anything. We ordered a crab boil, which was actually nice. But it was kind of gross because we ordered from a new place.
We watched Euphoria.
Oh my God.
So good.
That
episode was probably the best episode they've ever produced.
episode 6, that shit was insane.
Beautiful.
Spoiler alert. Fast forward if you
Yeah.
haven't watched episode 6 yet. The scene of Fez and Lexi singing "Stand by Me."
Oh,
Was I not a mess?
it like
I lost it.
it was so beautiful. The way he looked at her, and we said that we connected this. He's not an actor. Like if you know where Angus Cloud started, he like got quite literally picked up off the street. And the way that he looked at her, that came from deep within his soul.
Yeah, there was definitely. I'm not saying like love, but like there was some type of connection there.
Yes. Their chemistry is so good.
It's so good, but you can also tell and it totally works for like the storyline. You can also tell in her eyes, she does have a deep feeling and connection for him, but she still is a little scared of him.
Yes.
You can see it in her eyes. She's still kind of like, oh shit, am I really feeling this with this guy that I never thought I'd feel this with?
Yep.
Oh,
It's such a good episode. I'm down to rewatch it.
No, same. I feel like I want to like reprocess it. Like, I don't know if it's the same director for every episode. I know a lot of shows have different directors per episode. But whoever the fuck directed this one, it was amazing. Like so many emotions. There's so many like ups and downs, and the scene with fucking Nate and Maddie with the revolver. I mean, that was
like
so insane.
Gave me a lot of anxiety to watch.
Oh my God. I looked over at you at one point and we were both like this.
Yep.
Like hand over our mouth. Like, is this fucking real? I don't know where the hell this story is going to go though.
There's
I feel
only like a couple episodes left, right?
Say like 2 or 3. I feel like I think I read that there's 8 or 9. Totally could have made that up. I don't know. But I feel like, we were saying that it seems like the narrative of Rue, taking her life is being talked about more.
Yeah, I don't know. But also I feel like there's this weird trend right now of us as like a community watching Euphoria where everyone's just like over fucking analyzing everything. Single thing and coming up with these theories. And first of all, every single theory that we've heard or that like has bandwagoned off of TikTok or whatever has not come true.
I know, like nobody's actually predicted what the fuck's gonna happen.
So it's kind of like, all right, how much more can we actually say about this show?
Just
that's
fucking
gonna
watch
happen.
it.
Just watch
fucking watch it.
So, but yeah. Oh, and then we started Pam and Tommy.
Oh my God, it was so good.
So good.
But I know what kind of sucks is that like I saw that Pam doesn't really like it. I don't think he really likes it either. Like it.
They definitely like weren't involved in the production or making or.
Which sucks. Like I feel like that's really shitty. But then a lot of people are like, but it's public knowledge. Like they're just putting it into an art form, which I get. But like.
There's always like a misstep when you're trying to retell a story and the people who were actually there aren't involved.
Yep.
It's like, how do we know what really happened and like the tone of voices that were used and like intention? So
I know like when the Pam and Tommy stuff really happened, like it put her into a really, really bad, dark depression. I mean, that's as far as what is released. Obviously, I've never spoke to her, but from like, interviews, whatever, like it sounds like it really messed with her, rightfully so. I mean, being exploited like that, having your sex tape sold, like non-consensual, like that's heavy on anybody. I like it makes me feel bad that we're making a show about it.
Right.
But it was really well done as far like if we can bring some silver lining, like the production was really good. Like Seth Rogen's fucking dope in it. We are only 1 episode in, so we'll see where it goes, but it looks good. We also need to finish the girl across the street from the girl in the window.
The woman across the street from the girl in the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to finish that because when I posted about the other day, a few people responded and were like, dude, the ending's actually so good. You need to finish it.
Okay.
And we need to watch Murderville.
Yes.
So we
fell asleep.
We fell asleep. We watched 1 episode of it. I did. Yeah, you for sure passed out before the theme
immediately.
Song. Done. But will you explain how it works?
So it's like a comedy show. Each episode might have a different storyline. We don't know that yet.
Yeah, we only watched 1.
They kind of like place a celebrity into each episode who doesn't have a script, and they try and get the celebrity is the main character's sidekick or whatever, and they try and solve a mystery. And since he doesn't have a script, he doesn't know like what's going on. Did you just knee yourself?
I just need the mic into my mouth.
Oh, you okay?
I'm fine. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know. It seems really cool. It's like a really cool concept where there's like a character who doesn't know what the fuck's going on and has to figure it out.
And it's like an iconic actor, so you see how they adapt to things.
Right. So it's a comedy, mystery, murder thing.
Improv.
Yeah, there's a lot of improv. Yeah, we gotta watch it.
Yeah, it's good. That's what we're watching right now.
Yeah. That's where we're at.
I'm trying to think if there's any more updates, but I mean, you guys got the gist of it here. We're just happy to be back. It feels good.
This past week has been the fucking craziest week of my life.
Yeah. I don't know.
Went through some of the hardest shit I had to go through. Also found a new like version of love with my mother. Like I don't know. I want to get into that. Like maybe we will do the afterlife episode
At some
soon
point.
because it's still fresh and like I have a lot of shit to say.
Yep.
So yeah, this week has been fucking crazy, but
we're back.
we're
baby.
here.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Happy late Valentine's Day. You are all of our Valentines. That was the one thing I was sad we didn't post.
Yeah,
Because
like
it was on Valentine's Day,
This was
like-
supposed originally this was supposed to be a love episode.
Yes.
We're
which
just gonna like talk about love. We can still do that.
we can still definitely do that. But hope you guys enjoyed your day regardless. Or just happy February 14th. I know some people are like, it's a stupid holiday anyway.
Yeah.
As I'm wearing love slippers, I'm dead. All right. I love you guys so much. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please rate us 5 stars, leave a review. It really helps us. If you're watching on YouTube, hello.
Hi.
Leave
a
my
comment or
eyes look
something.
really puffy, so you could probably tell. Yeah, leave a comment, subscribe, turn your notifications on. I know YouTube's weird about sending off post reminders and whatnot, so
Turn that bell
make sure
on.
you got that baby on. But we love you guys. Stay happy, stay healthy. Let us know if you have or know anybody who had that same like time stopping
yeah.
experience. I want to talk about that a little bit more. I hope there's somebody who can give us like
Some context to that.
something. So let us know, or are we crazy?
Go
Let us know.
Raiders.
Either way, thanks for supporting. Have a good day.
Bye.
Raiders.